Hi Gemini, I'm Shah from Charlie's Angel Tarot on YouTube and Miwi and Buddayadvies on Facebook. I'm doing your May reading. The first week will come later on, and here we begin. I've got one card for every week with a clarification card and a theme card. For the first one, for the first week you have the world. The world is your oyster, and this is Michael. Michael is the only angel with the sword, and the sword of justice and truth. He will fight on your behalf like a true Gemini and air signs. The world is your oyster, darlings. These are old cards. I got them from my daughter about 3 years ago, and I still admire them, and sometimes they still amaze me. Like I said, the world is your oyster. What comes round goes round. What goes up comes down. So be careful what you say. Be truthful and be honest, but don't be too harsh. Because what goes round comes round. When it comes back to you, then it will come back threefold. Okay? And you might be going on holiday or you might be moving, but you are coming to an end of a phase. That's in the first week of May, and there's a new beginning on the horizon. You might be even traveling today or at the beginning of the week, and you might be moving home. We've got a clarification card here, and that's the crossroads. Let's have a look. It's pretty dark now. So it's the crossroads. So that means decisions and choices. Well, you might have more than one beginning. So indeed, the world is your oyster, so you might have more choices than one. Okay? And then you have to decide. You might be forming a partnership because you've got the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups means love and passion. Perhaps you might be meeting a new person and starting anew, like the world says, a new beginning, and there might be more than one admirers, and you might have to make a decision which one. But it could be an air sign by the looks of it, or it could be a water sign. You've got the clarification card, you've got discussions, so perhaps you might have discussions with several suitors. The water signs are Pisces, Scorpio and Cancer, and the air signs are Gemini, Aries and Libra. There will be discussions going on because you've got the bird card here, and somebody might have flown the nest, and in the worst scenario, be careful of gossip. If it is about justice, because we have got Michael here and he does represent justice, because the world is your oyster and you've gone through a tough time in the judicial sense, then there will be a new beginning. The answers will be coming. There will be discussions in the second week of May, and partnerships will be made. Look at this. For more information, you've got the Seven of Diamonds, the Seven of Coins, and the Seven of Coins mean what you have sown you shall reap. So perhaps there might be a settlement coming, and there might be choices to be made on settlements. So, go for it. This is diamonds and this is the King of Diamonds. So there are big things happening for you. I don't know why, one reading is not the same as another reading. It's not because I'm a Gemini, I just suddenly see things deeper or different. But it just kicks in, I just see something and then it just kicks in. Anyway, Gemini, I know you might be worried if you're in a judicial issue or situation, because you've got the 9 of Swords here, the 9 of Michael. So that means sleepless night. It could be in a good sense, it could be in a negative sense, but it could be because you might be expecting more than what you shall receive. You might expect a negative answer, and the answer will be positive. So there's a lot of stress and tension going on. So don't worry. You know, there are people fighting on your behalf. Just be careful of sly people. People that are mean and sly and calculating, and if this is not you. But I think it's more other people in this reading than you. You are having the sleepless nights on and going, perhaps you're too much in your head. If he does this or if he does that, will they be conniving again? Will they be untruthful again? Will it go successfully? And like I said, be careful of gossip, and be careful of what's being said. If you are included in these discussions, then be careful what you say. Be very, very sly, like the fox. Keep your mouth closed and only answer when asked. Then you can't go wrong, but maintain the truth, and then your world will become your oyster. At the end of the month, we've got the Queen of Michael, and that's the Queen of Swords, and she's basically regarded as the Queen of Ice, the widow, a cold-hearted person. But the Queen of Michael, the Queen of Swords, is warm-hearted, but she can keep her emotions in check. She won't show the back of her tongue. Like I said, be careful what you say. In the discussions, because partnerships will be formed, contracts will be signed. You know exactly what to do. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience. You know, she decides. She represents communication, wisdom, honesty, justice. So she can keep her emotions in check, and she will only say, hopefully, the right thing, but the honest thing, definitely. She can be as sharp as a sword, and a sword cuts it two ways, and sometimes she can say the truth, the harsh truth, and it will come in like a bomb, and it can hurt. But she will, when she says something, she will say it and she will mean it. And she represents the Queen. She's more about career than love. She's, you know, the Queen of Cups is more about love. The Queen of Staves is more about what she wants, and she takes action. The Queen of Coins is more like the nurturing, caring Queen and fertile. But this is the Queen that brings out the truth, honesty, and clarity. And it might be in your career, you might finally work out what you want to do at the end of May, and you're clear about it. And you might be networking, you've got the garden here, and that means reunion, network. So you might be having reunion with old colleagues and getting to know what they're on about, networking, talking about how the business is now, and you might actually be going back to the old firm or to the old way of life, and perhaps that is your decision. Shall I go back or not, or shall I start anew? But I think there will be also new beginnings here, but I don't see the card, except for the world. That's a new beginning as well. What comes round goes round. You're finished with a phase. You're at the end of a phase, and you're having a new beginning, and you've got a 9. So that's an end of a phase as well, and there's new beginnings coming your way as well. And you've got initiation. So you will be initiated into a firm or a club or whatever, and you'll be part of the family again, and you feel you'll be perhaps somebody of your same kind, the same caliber, the same way of life, the same way of thinking. If you are into health food, or a vegan, or a yoga person, you will be initiated into the community and you'll feel like family again. And you'll be getting reunions, and then you feel at home. It's really quite an awesome reading, really. They've all been quite awesome up till now, in one way or another. You know, even if it's just in jobs or general life or judicial, I do feel that this reading is more institutionalized judicial way of thinking and results, because an institution is also a club or a membership of something, and then you do feel at home with the same kind of people. You don't have to show, sometimes you don't have to show feelings to feel at home, to be one of the group. Yeah, perhaps you are coming to realize that it's not what you have, but who you are, to be initiated into a group, and to realize that the world is your oyster, and that you can form partnerships in such a way. And that's why you might be very, very clever and clear and sly and analytical, like the fox, in a positive sense, not in a negative sense, and that will be your choice. So I hope you've enjoyed that reading, Gemini, and take care. I hope to see you in the live sessions, and if you're new, click on the button below, it's free of charge, and click on the bell to be notified when I go live every single day. Take care, God bless, and be blessed.